Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. We're going to talk today about Russia and them over doubling. Is it over? Doubling their interest rates to 20% today as the ruble is plunging versus the dollar, okay? I'm going to go into explaining why they would do that and all that good stuff. So first, I got this story out of The Guardian, and I got this story actually from Chris Taylor of Financial Fitness. He shot me a call today. He said, did you know what's going on? I didn't know that they didn't doubled interest rates or, increased them that high, but this is a normal reaction that any economy has to go through to when their currency plunges versus another currency. So we're going to explain that, the dynamics of that in a second, okay? So this is out of The Guardian. I'm going to link it below. Russia's central bank doubles interest rate and closes stock market as the ruble plunges. All right, it says their central bank has more than doubled interest rates to 20% and refused to open the Moscow Stock Exchange in an attempt to protect its currency and economy in the face of international sanctions over the invasion of Ukraine. First off, I want you to understand, Russia understood these things would happen before they made the decision to move into Ukraine, okay? This has been a very old play out of the playbook from other countries when they have to go and do something that they feel is right. And I'm not taking sides, but I'm telling you right now, they understood this was going to happen, and they went ahead and did it anyway. And so I want people to understand that this is normal. Sanctions have been around ever since SWIFT has been around. And actually sanctions in a different form have been around even before then with trade embargoes, trade wars, things like that. And you don't even need anything really bad to happen, to deal with those things, if you know what I mean. All right, so here we go. The rate rise from 9.5%, so it was 9.5% a couple days ago, is aimed to balance the precipitous fall in value of the ruble and surging inflation as the country braces for its financial markets to take a battering this week. First off, I want to take a little side note. Can you imagine if you would have owned gold or silver or just about anything right before this happened? Because as the ruble's plunging, it's plunging versus all kinds of assets. All right, so you're holding your purchasing power in precious metals, okay? Even if that is for a short period of time, that is the case. All right, I got to do a video about that too, about the psychology of what happens during a market increase or fall for gold, silver, crypto, things like that. So it says here, Russia's central bank said Moscow Stock Exchange would stay closed all day on Monday after initially delaying trading until at least 3 p.m. local time, and the ruble fell 30% to a record low against the dollar, against the dollar before intervention, and was down 25% after the move by the central bank. All right, so let me explain why a country has to do this. So first off, when your currency is collapsing versus another currency, you only have a few options. One of those options are to raise the rate of interest rate you are paying on that currency. And what that does is it takes people from a panic mode when they're selling, because the only reason the ruble is falling so fast and so hard to the dollar is because there is panic selling, okay? So the velocity of money has picked up and they are liquidating. And what happens is you go to the bank, or not the bank, but you go to the exchange, you say, I want to sell my rubles for dollars, and they say, this is the exchange rate, but it's falling, and as you're watching it, it's falling. So what you do is it's almost like a gap down. You say, look, I'll sell it a market order. I don't have time for a limit because it's coming down, or maybe I'll gap down just to try and get my order filled so I can get dollars and stop the bleeding. All right, stop the pain. Well, what happens is a country or an economic system would want to halt that emotion, that behavior. So what they would do is they would bolster the feeling of, I'll hold on to this because this may be a short-term situation, by raising the interest rates. When you raise the interest rates, especially I keep pointing at my phone. I'm pointing at my phone. When you do it drastically like that, guys, you raise it, you spike the rates. What happens is people all of a sudden go from, ooh, maybe this is just a short-term thing, and if I hold on to my local currency, in this case the ruble, keep it in the bank, I'm going to make that much, double the interest rate. All right, so why don't I just go ahead and hold on to it? So that's the first initial thing that an economy does, and it happens all over. We've seen Turkey have to increase their interest rates. We've seen, the next level would be very interesting, where they do things like, all right, if you will decide to lock up your rubles for X amount of months, then we'll give you an even higher rate of return. this always leads to the destruction of the currency long term, because, you know, anytime you're paying out those kind of interest rates, you're having to print more of that currency, and that just adds to more of that currency being out in the general population, which increases inflation as well. But there's really no choice. All right. The other option is doing what they're doing and halting the stock market, closing that exchange and saying, look, we're not going to allow you to even liquidate these right now. And, you know, before you think, you know, that they're, you know, so horrible. I mean, we have companies in our country like Robinhood and Coinbase that could just decide at any moment, hey, hold on, you can't sell, you can only buy, or you can't buy, you can only, you know, sell, or vice versa, whatever. My point being is, or, oh, hey, we've had a glitch. Oh, weird. It's always a glitch when the price is doing something really drastic and we're dealing with derivatives. It's a whole nother video. So this is a normal thing, okay? These are the kind of swings where very wealthy people make a lot of money. Why? Because first off, they have dry powder. They have money. They didn't blow it all. They didn't invest it all. They didn't leverage it all, okay? So they got dry powder, and they're putting it into work right now. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Will the ruble stabilize? Yes, it will. Is this the end of the world? No, it's not. I can't get over how many people are talking about, oh, it's going to be nuclear war and stuff. Like, are you kidding me? Do not believe the narrative, guys. They want you to believe the narrative. So I think that that's very, very important to go over. So these are the times, the volatility where people can make a lot of money. And so I want to make sure that that's very clear, because those times, and I can't be more serious, those times are coming to our country and all over the world as well. As we go through this economic collapse worldwide, this year or next, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen this year. I wouldn't be surprised. It's not financial advice, not trading advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a dude with a bro hawk and a dream. But sometimes you got to be a little more serious, because these are serious times, and I want people to understand that not only are things going to go bad, but there's a lot of opportunity. All right, so let's get ready for those opportunities, and let's go crush it, and let's go and change the world. Because I think, honestly, guys, if we were to take that little bit of dry powder, invest it right, and make a good amount of money, and then go out and help the world, not only will we be successful, we be wealthy, but we could actually help other people. Guys, there's nothing better than helping other people during hard times, or good times, but really hard times. Because think about it, if you are disciplined and you are willing to help people, how you doing? Then what's going to happen is you have their ear. You have their ear. You're able to help. In good times, you can warn people all day long. You don't have their ear. You don't have their assistance. You know, you don't have their I hope you guys get what I'm saying. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm thrown off. You know me. Every time somebody comes into the frame, I get thrown off. All right, guys. That being said, the Economic Ninja is out.